Hello, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space program. My name is Dadman, but you already know that. We also already know what this is going to be. This is probably the most amount of Kerbals I've ever put inside one single vessel. So, do me a favor and can you center the camera like on, I don't know, this pod? Because, okay, maybe not that far up. Aim camera. That's better. In any way, in 3. You're a bitch. You're a bitch, baby. That's the wrong thing, you moron. That and those. That and those. And that can go, then that, yeah. That should be fine. And in 3, 2, 1, launch. Everything seems to be fine so far. Just don't tilt this way. Everything seems to be going fine. The wobbling of the rocket is totally normal, don't worry. Stage separation in 3, 2, 1. And that doesn't have, yeah. I absolutely have no fucking idea how it is so fucking hard to keep a fucking rocket straight if it doesn't have fins in this game. Like, not even with fucking FAR, it was that fucking hard. We need to get 4 things off. I guess we don't need these. People are still in? Good. How is that so fucking stupid? SAS on. Make sure that the fucking staging is not fucking fucked. What are you doing? Get this over here. Holy shit. Ugh. Could have really done that while still in the vehicle assembly, but whatever. 3, 2, 1, launch. The heck is that? Like, since when is the light scattering in the game per default? Because that kind of looks like scatterer. But bad. Like, scatterer, but worse. Hello, train. Why? Why? Why is this suddenly a piece of fucking garbage? That makes no sense whatsoever. Like, you're doing absolutely nothing to stop this. Why is this doing nothing? Why? Why is there literally no reaction in this to anything I'm doing? I mean, those aren't even... Oh, those are reliance, but still. How? Ugh. There's no way this should be more aerodynamically stable backwards. I'm done doing that. Like, more than done. Okay, can we just launch this without being a fucking shithole now? Or am I just going to have to fucking, I don't know, get you out of there and put Valentina in so she can fly, because she's better at this? Jeb, Don't look at me that way. I don't see how this is asymmetric in the thrust, by the way, since that seems to be a thing. I mean, I have enough fuel to just make this go up and keep going up. And just go sideways once we are high enough to not have aerodynamic bullshitting. Like, what the heck is even this stupid I'm going to go this way thing? That makes no sense. Like, nothing from you is like not a single thing on you is off center or asymmetric. You should not have any kind of aerodynamic bullshitting going on. Yet all you're doing is aerodynamically bullshitting me. What is this? Why do you want to go sideways so hard? Holy fucking fucker fuck. I'm gonna go with bug on that. Bugged aerodynamics. Because that makes no sense. Or some sort of physics bug. I don't know. Ugh. Anyway, let's go to orbit. So that's one part of every contract done. The suborbital on Kerbal thing. Then we're gonna go for orbit around Kerbal. Which is gonna waste a whole lot of fuel since my periapsis is still underground. By a considerable margin. No matter what we're doing, we're planning for a free return. In case you're wondering. I really need this periapsis up. Like, yesterday. Okay, my thousands go up here at the same rate my hundreds go down here. That should be doable. There we go, 113 per 70. That's an orbit. Then, what's the test contract say? Where's the test contract? I do not want this right now. That was the test. That. Kerbal and orbit. That's all it says. So, run test. That's that done. Okay, then let's go for a free return. Okay. That's where the moon is. Apparently. Or not. Okay. It's fine. Okay. That would be it, right? Can we? Like, seriously. How high is that above the moon? That's fine. I should have the delta V for that. That should be... Yeah, I should have the delta V for that twice over, actually. So... that is a 1.5 minute burn. We're going to burn 45 seconds before. And Z. It's amazing that you can easily burn for a free return trajectory to the moon by just waiting till the moon is like right in front of you and burning at it. I don't need surface right now. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, and now we just burn here till we have a good periapsis. 67 is too high. What I am going to do is I'm going to activate this. Holy fucking fuck. Apparently, good that I am in non-staging mode. Because I would have literally crashed into the surface on coming back if I was. I'm going to thrust limit all of you down to 26. Because you are apparently way too strong to have a reasonable I'm going to hold down Control and tap Shift. 31 is maybe a little bit too high even, so that should be fine for a complete return. I'm going to F5, I'm going to turn off that, I'm going to unthrust limit U, and I should have just done the holding down thing anyway from the start, but we're going to burn the rest of that fuel once we come back. On our way, we are going to not take any science since we don't have any science to take. We don't have any science on this, do we? Yeah, I didn't put any science on this in seeing that we won't do any science, probably. Okay, so here's your flyby of the moon. Boom. That's the flybys of the moon done. Leaving moon's sphere of influence. I hope everybody enjoyed their view. Going to F5. I'm going to set a maneuver node. And we're going to fall back towards Kerbal. Also, you are going to go ahead and orient yourself a little bit more in the direction of where we're going. Okay, we're coming in on the dark side of the planet. Okay, we're going to burn off a little bit of fuel between now and... okay, I just wanted to know where that is so I can... if I just balance this right between normal and retrograde, I lose speed while not raising or lowering my periapsis. Which is what I'm trying to do here, essentially. That's a usual thing I like to do when coming back from not just orbit. Okay. We are going to aim backwards, or actually aim a little bit sidewards, and do this. Now we're gonna aim backwards. We're over the desert, so essentially we should come back pretty close to Kerbal Space Center. Okay, everything should be fine with this, and I'm going to trust Jab on holding back, on holding the retrograde on re-entry. We might actually land in the mountains near KSC, coming in this way, or in the ocean before the KSC continent. We're gonna see. For the fact that we had to relaunch this a bunch of times again because KSP apparently really doesn't like aerodynamics anymore. Anyway, in the meantime, we're not going to look at that. We're going to look at here and see that fly by the moon is done for everybody. Orbital and suborbital is done for everybody. So there's literally nothing left here. We've done all the contracts. That would be all. Just need to re-enter. Going to speed this up till we start burning for the first time, because I don't want to have Jab do a lot of corrections on the controlling while in time warp, because I still don't trust time warp too much. Physical time warp, that is. Still don't understand why the parachutes on those boosters on the rocket last time burned up, since, as you see, they are set to open when safe. So unless it was safe and we just burned it with the engines, I seriously don't see how this would work. Okay, so apparently we are coming down in the ocean between the desert and the KSC continent. Impact biome. Now I want surface. Grasslands. We're flying that far? Actually coming down on the same continent as KSC, then. Unless we slow down enough to make that the shores. Okay, we're still coming down in the water. we are impacting in the water. That's good. Or not impacting, we are actually coming down in the water. It's not going to be an impact. That should be enough shoots, shouldn't it? Three, 2,500. That's the drogues. Yeah, that should be easily enough. Apparently this stuff doesn't weigh anything. And 1,000, that's the normal shoots. Very sedate. 5 meters per second coming down in the water. I think if we wouldn't have physical time warp for this, we'd be sitting here for literally 500 seconds after that. 800 seconds. Oh, like 100 seconds for 500 meters. Okay, everything's swimming. We are recovering the vessel after trying to get a crew report. Yeah, we already have that. So yeah, that's everybody back. Science is negligible, but we have 1 million funds. That was worth it. Recover, 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 and recover. That was quite definitely worth it. We now have enough to upgrade a bunch of stuff. Don't want to have a look at this anymore. We would have enough to upgrade this, but I don't really need that right now. We are going to upgrade the astronaut complex, since that means we can actually disembark and do EVAs. That's almost 100,000 anyway, so yeah. Research, we don't have enough to do any research, so... By the way, off camera last time I set up the fundraising campaign, so every reputation does give a little bit of money. That did a little bit on the thing last time. So yeah, what would that be? Now that we can actually do EVA, crew that have transfer any crew between vessels near Kerbal. So just EVA over to another thing. Do we have a rescue contract? Too bad. Science data from space around Kerbal, that is enough to do a satellite. I want to do a satellite anyway, so that's a science satellite then. And that would be the equatorial orbit of Kerbal satellites that that is going to be. Okay, so we're going to do satellite in an equatorial orbit around Kerbin. Yeah, fine. We're going to do science data from space around Kerbin. Kerbsat 1 is going to be pretty neat. Test the Skipper orbiting moon. Why would you want the Skipper engine to work around the moon? Anyway, not doing that right now. 6 tourists that wanna fly by the moon again? You wanna have the exact same trip that the other 10 just had? How does this pay so much? That's also just a fly by the moon. That too. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13. I don't want to do that anymore. Why? Conduct observational surveys of Kerbin near sector KDTB. EVA report on surface at site. Those are 2 more fly by the moon. Those are 2 more fly into orbit. Yeah, that's going to be a separate thing. I mean, that's essentially the same Gemini thing that I already did. Just this time we want to stop next to each other and exchange vehicles. That's really dumb, actually. Like, I have absolutely no idea why this is such a high value contract. It's literally the same thing I just did. I'm not a tourist attraction, for fuck's sake. Anyway, I'm gonna see where that KDTB is. Literally right next to us. Like, that's not even funny how close that is. Can I see that from here? Like, if I just... Oh. I'm gonna do that off screen. But I am going to really quickly put a little thing... Not that new. Just a little capsule with, like, nobody really in it, apart from Jeb. Into this thing. And just have a look at map mode, because that's... Too bad I can't see that here. Unless I take the contract. But I am going to just take the contract, you know. Because that's definitely near enough to make that reasonable. Like, that's right here. I want to get nearer than that on map mode in this. It's a little bit stupid that you can't. A little really stupid. Anyway, I'm going to accept. Hello? Hi? That's cool. Yeah. That's nice. Take that explore Kerbal thing. Also take this. EVA report on the surface. Now that I've taken that, I'll fly this again. And see that? That's literally right down the line. Activate navigation. I forgot that oh god. I am going to download the mod that shows me the stuff on the HUD. Cause fuck doing that with just this. How far is that? Like, that's not walking distance. But, yeah. Easy. By the way, we can now... Oh, we can't take surface samples yet. That's still a thing that we need to do. Recover board. Recover vessel. So yeah, I'm going to get the mod that shows me those things on the overlay on the world. Because that is something that the game should have built in to begin with, because that's just stupid to not have. Because I can't fucking always look at the nav ball, that's stupid. Also, I'm not doing this. Rescue! Hey! That's exactly what I need. Rescue Progam from orbit. Going to do that. So that's the other thing done too. So, next time we are going to build a little plane to fly over in this direction and get the AVA reports. I'm probably going to go ahead and send Jab over there. I'm going to send Val to space for the rescue, and I'm going to send a Kerbal satellite into orbit that will orbit equatorially. To be exact, it's going to orbit up here. That's almost Kerbal stationary. I'm pretty sure that's close to a Kerbal stationary orbit, isn't that? Unless it's a little bit lower. That's actually might be a whole lot higher than a Kerbal stationary orbit, you know. But where's this? This is just 80 kilometers up, like easy. Easiest. And that's going to be the transfer of crew. So yeah, all of that in the next episode. Or at least part of that. I don't know how much I'm gonna squeeze into one episode, but hey. Till then, leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more. Till next time, my name is WW Dadman. Bye.